There we go. There we go. Let Darren in. Hey, Adiamo, for you brand new people, let me bring my mic over, pump it up for you. Adiamo, Italian. Let's go. Let's go together. John, you'd be old enough to remember. I grew up in Australia, and in the '60s, it was southern Italians and Sicilians were the big immigrants that came to Australia. My dad was in the public works, carpenter, so on the job sites, that's who I grew up with up there, DY, Warriewood area, northern beaches of Sydney. I don't sound Australian, but I am. Okay, so I've got the last couple of people coming in. Very good. So let's go together. That's what Adiamo means, and it's an Italian flavor and a little bit of history here. You're going to see it. But what this is about, it's about feeling younger, being better, beating anti-aging, having longevity, what's going on in your life. You know, we're not just, I had a thought, I said to Nigel a little earlier this afternoon, wow, we're building an old team. No offense to you guys at geriatrics, but there is in my other leg, there's those young hockey players that you saw, 19, 20 odd year old. And I wanted them to talk about, I wanted their dad, Mike McCarthy, to have them talk about the products for the endurance and the extra energy, and all they wanted to talk about was how good their faces look. But it's all about having fun. That's what we want you to have. Get back to that great feeling, and the way we do it, it's with a fruit that's been around, the olive tree, for 7,000 plus years. It's history's most important botanical, and just around about 2005, it started to come out. I'm going to share with you a secret. It's called the Mediterranean secret, and everybody thought it was a Mediterranean diet. What am I talking about? Well, 7,500 years ago, the Sumerians, there's papyrus papers. It was in Gordon, the owner, was showing that on a call the other week, of the olive and how great it is for you. The Egyptians, the olive, through each one of the other civilizations, Assyrians, Babylonians, Medo-Persians, Rome, the olive, over and over and over and over. And everybody thought the secret was the Mediterranean diet. It's not. There are blue zones in Italy, and those blue zones, the people live 100 plus years. There's a couple of them in Greece. They consume 14 liters of extra virgin olive oil. And what we buy in the store, straight from the olive groves. Now, like John, Bob, you new girls here, Greg, I'm not going to ask you to drink 14 liters of olive oil. But we got a way to get much more than that and highly concentrated. Americans, Australians, we're lucky if we get a liter of crappy olive oil. So the story began in Treviso, Italy. Treviso is one of the blue zones, northern Italy. This is Joe and Gordon Morton's mother, Gabriella. You may know, I know one of you know Joe and Gordon Morton because you're in Zango. They were one of the owners, the co-owners of Zango. They were actually the face of the company that toured around the world for it. Now, their mum, and I want you boys to think from Zango, that all the years they were doing Zango, all the years they were doing Tahitian, all the years they were doing Sterling Health and Nature's Sunshine, their Italian family was going, hey, it's right here. It's right in front of you. So Gabriella left Italy in the 60s, immigrated to northern Canada, 21 years of age. That's a picture of her when she came over, and they started a family with Mr. Morton, a Canadian. And every morning, the boys were to drink this. What is this green stuff? Doesn't look like olive oil you get in the shelf. It's high phenolic, extra virgin olive oil. High phenolic is pre-harvest. So she would load up on it from Italy. Every year, the boys were made to go back to Italy with her to the grandparents, summer holidays, 2 months during summer. Then as these boys grew up all through Zango years, they were in Italy every year with their children, and their mother was adamant. Even when they lived in Canada, she'd go to Toronto and she'd source this. Hard pepper hit to the back of your throat. Doesn't taste very good, but incredible for your health. So I'm going to introduce you to one of the owners, Joe, the younger brother. He's 55 now. Zango, they did like I talk about Zango because if you're going to have ownership of the company, you want to know who's behind the helm of the ship. You want to know if they've done it before. And they got the navigation path. They know how to steer clear of the storms. Do they know how well 50 million bottles in 15 years, a billion a year? Now, you guys that have been on the call before, you know this clip. It was a conversation we had together on WhatsApp, added some stuff, but here we go.
I had some ideas on some potential ingredients that floating around in my brain. And Gord's like, hold that thought, little brother. Come and talk to me. I have this idea. When he started to tell me this about the first press and that experience of the first press, I realized, whoa, there's more to olives. And the vast majority of people don't know the power of olives, olive oil, olive leaf, the extracts that come from them. Powerful. There's a reason why this is the greatest health story, the oldest and greatest health story that's never been told.
See, I asked Joe why, after 10 years of being retired, running his ultra running, he has a running shoe company worldwide, why he wanted to get back in the fray. And he talked about that he considered all the time of his Italian side of the family and the Canadian. Every year going back to Treviso, seeing the vibrant health of that family. They always talking to him about this, about the olive groves in their family, olive grove on the home, which is on your website, and how old the trees are, 1,000 years, 2,000 years, still bearing fruit. And he started to do a deep dive in it. How can a tree 1,000 years plus keep bearing fruit? No other tree on the planet does it. They last 15, 20 years if you're lucky. The tree develops properties, longevity properties, anti-aging properties to keep it alive and keep bearing fruit. The older it gets, the more potent the fruit gets. So he was there because he's a world-class Ironman athlete, senior, and he was there to try and help some injuries. Nothing else was helping. He thought about his grandparents and his parents, and he did a trip. Asked him, why'd you get back in? That was that conversation. So what happened? He came back, told his older brother about it. His older brother had just got back, Gordon, from a trip himself. He was to the point of thinking, I'd like to start another company. He had a whole different scenario. He hadn't thought about the olive, but he thought about the last 8 to 10 years out in the network marketing field. There's been a wasteland. There's just been a whole bunch of, you guys have been in it. You've seen it. All the owners lost their way. They lost their moral compass. It's all about greed. Nobody's building a company for the right reason. Products are all watered down. I'm convinced it's not the will of God for his people to grow old the way the world grows old. I don't mean that when, there's not going to be a change as we hit our advancing age. A lot of you on this call can attest to that. I can. My body was worn out. I led a wild life. It was wearing out very fast. But aging doesn't need to be a time of failure, misery, sickness at all. So here's Gordon.
Your body keeps score, even if you're not paying attention. Stress, quality of sleep, quality of food, they all leave signals. The Oliabo effect is about sending better signals.
You're going to see a few of these Oliabo effects through the presentation because you guys have them. They're part of your back office. They're also on all the websites. I just knocked my mic over. They have access to it. Gordon is a branding expert, and he's going to make this easy for you. So what's our job? The awareness gap. Ancient wisdom meets modern science. We bridge the gap. We use Zooms. We use these clips the company gives us. We use the YouTube channels, the Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all those things the company gives you to help tell this story and introduce this product, the core product. Prima. I'm going to come back to it. Great packaging, great marketing, huh? Olive tin. Remember that in the old days? Olive oil used to come in a tin. So we'll come back to this Prima. There are 4 capsules. It's 3 products. You're buying 3 products in one easy, convenient pillow pack. Wow, I'm down to the last one in that one. I have to get one of the other ones. Easy, convenient pillow pack. You take 1 a day. I take 2 a day. I double up on it. So, and I'll go through what it is. But here's something. How we came about our products, the integrity, the trust, the authenticity,
Oliabo doesn't add artificial fixes. We protect what nature already perfected. From harvest to final product, everything is designed with intention. Food was never meant to be this complicated. Health is supposed to be simple. For thousands of years, the longest living people on Earth didn't count macros or chase trends. They ate real food. They honored the olive tree. And they used olive oil not just as food, but as medicine. Modern processing stripped that power away. Oliabo exists to restore it. This isn't a supplement. It's a return to what actually works.
You guys know from all the testimonies we've been experiencing how good it works. What's in our product? The olive tree. Remember I talked about longevity, anti-aging properties? The first key one, phytonutrient, polyphenol, very powerful for your body. Oleocanthal, right there in the middle. That comes from high phenolic extra virgin olive oil. You forget, well, if you bought olive oil off the shelf, you might get a little oleocanthal in it. Here, it's chock-a-block full of it. They've learned how to extract it. It's nature's best anti-inflammatory. Inflammation's the key to everything. Everything that we suffer from hearts, diabetes, amyloid, beta amyloid buildup in your brain. That's what Alzheimer's is. From your cardiovascular, your high blood pressure, flexibility, joint, gut health, small intestine, every single thing that makes us in a state of dis-ease. Ease is when we're healthy. Dis-ease, that's where the word disease comes from, unhealthy. Dis-ease is inflammation. The key is stop the inflammation. Nature's best, 200 times stronger than ibuprofen. Ibuprofen, man's model, is always not as good, right? Synthetic, ruins your kidneys, ruins your gut, ruins your liver. So that's how we got one part of our product. Alurapine on the right here. That's another polyphenol phytonutrient, but it doesn't come out of olive oil. This comes out of the leaf of the tree. It's very bitter. So they've learned a proprietary way to extract it out of the leaf. Great for your blood sugar. Diabetic. Great for your microbial balance. That's your gut health, leaky gut syndrome, right? That brain-gut connection. Weight management. We're not a weight loss company, but you lose body size. Everybody notices that. You lose body size, cardiovascular function, verbascicide over here on the left. Not from olive oil. That comes from the pulp. You see, when the olives are picked 3 months early, so they're still bright neon green, not what the color you get with a regular olive. They got to be cold pressed within 2 to 5 hours of picked and be kept in a certain temperature. And when they do that, they learn that in the pulp and the seed was this ingredient. This is all through science and 2 years of studying. They learned how to extract that. Free radical support, brain support, microbial, your gut health, metabolic, way better energy, vascular, inflammatory, skin health. So that's 3 of the main ingredients. Oleocanthal, for you new people, get a pen or get your phone, take a snapshot, or go to our YouTube clips. We go through all of this. Write these down. You see, this is what Ray Heron and Gordy and that said to me last year, and about May. Look, here's 6 words. Go look them up, Mel. Get back to us. That was after the first phone call. That's all they did. And I looked these up. I looked up in ChatGTP. It punched out pages of stuff. So I just went to Google search and took the first 6 lines. Squalane comes out of the olive, only out of the olive. Incredible lipid oil, mimics the oil in our own skin. Very, very important. Hydroxytyrosol, DNA protection, lipid, oxidative damage. That's everything antioxidants. You hear that word all the time, right? From back in the 80s. Oxidation, stress, oxidative stress. I don't know why God did this. We breathe oxygen, but it's rust. That's what oxidation is. It rusts in our body. What's this do? DNA protection, oxidative damage, cardiovascular, endothelial. They're the cells that line your artery. They lose elasticity. Those cells squeeze the artery like milking a cow on that tit, right? From the top to the bottom. When they lose their elasticity, that's what high blood pressure is. Neuroprotective, neurodegenerative diseases, right? No more walking around looking for your car keys and they're in your hand. Anti-inflammatory. I want this in my body, verbascicide. So how do we get this to you? We created a proprietary blend. Oliabo spent some years, spent a lot of money in the labs, and came up with a trademark proprietary blend where they could extract the oleuropein out of the leaf, the verbascicide out of the pulp of the fruit and the seed, and put it into one product. So here it is in the middle. See that? Olivectum, that one right there. Here, it's the small white capsule. What are the two big, large capsules? They're in a different casing. They're high phenolic extra virgin olive oil infused with other polyphenols. So it's chock-a-block full of oleocanthal, and it's got rosemary in it. The rosemary is not for taste. It's to open a pathway. So it goes through the cell membrane really quickly. So one product, two products, Rosa. Rosa is not from the olive tree. It's grapeseed extract, pycnogenol, red wine extract with lycopene. Lycopene's a carotenoid out of really good tomatoes. Why is that? Because that creates a frequency. That creates a synergy that makes this work very quick. And if you've been on the product, you guys know, or on the call, 5 days, 3 days, a week, 2 weeks. Everybody's getting great results right away. So that's our key core product, super convenient, great marketing, great packaging. You know, look on the back, you saw that picture of their mom right there on all our product. That's a picture of the mom now with Gordon Joe over in the same place on that bridge at Treviso, outside their family town. So that's our core product. We market it. We've raised the bar in that standard of health. That's what we've done. People want two things in life. Everybody I've found, they want two things. In 30 odd years, being in this profession at the top, mostly done nutrition, did some other ones, owned a company once. Well, what do they want? A shortcut to better health. Whether they're young or old, shortcut to better health. The second thing they want, we cover in the second half of this, shortcut to more money. Get rid of those woes. Look after the money problems. So our second product is all what I just told you in Prima, but it's right there. It's Flex. Why would we have Flex if Prima works so good? Prima works from the inside out, and that daily, every day, taking an intake, it just gets stronger and stronger, builds up, you get younger, everything starts to happen for you. But let's say you got a problem. You got an injured hand, you got a really bad neck, you got a bad back, your knees are shot, you can't move, you're having trouble with something. Flex. So what is Flex? All those ingredients I just shared with you, but extra squalane and mangosteen pericarp. That comes out of the old Zango product. And there are 50 servings in this, and I'll get Ashley. Now, Ashley's well, she'll explain to you what she's, went to university and the degrees she got, but I'll just give you a hint for you new people. Try and guess her age, because this is a great testimony for our product.
Hi everyone! I'm sure you've seen Flex by now, but I'm here today to tell you how to use it and how to fit it into your daily routine. So I'm only doing one pump today because I'm targeting a smaller area. I let it sit in my palm for about 5 to 10 seconds. That way it matches my own body temperature and easily absorbs into my skin. Then you apply it directly to the area you're targeting. Then massage it into your skin. Flex is built around high oleocanthal extra virgin olive oil. The texture is smooth and lightweight, and the scent is fresh, clean, think green grass and peppermint. So everyone's bodies are different. Larger areas may need more Flex. That means 1 to 2 pumps more, maybe a little more massaging. Flex is now available on our website. Get yours for you and your family today.
And the testimonies coming from this, when I say instant, 15 to 20 minutes, you're relief, but it lasts all day. That, look, when you think about that, that's a killer product to have. That sells like hotcakes. You guys all know that. People are buying it like crazy. It's a great way to have and just use. Nigel has brought a bunch of people in. He visits them. They got a problem. He puts this on them and they get relief. And they went, I'm in. We want it. Now, the third product, well, what's the biggest market when you go to a department store? You walk in the door, ground floor, cosmetics. Everybody likes try to beat old age. They all want to look younger. I'm vain. I want to look younger. Most people do, and women especially. So we're targeting using the same ingredients, the different way it's manufactured.
Hi, I'm Ashley Brown. I serve as the Chief Product Officer at Oliabo. I'm a certified organic skincare formulator and scent designer. I've spent years looking for clean, safe ingredients for healthy-looking skin. Today, I'm excited to introduce you to VisoLux. Our Mediterranean-inspired facial serum is designed to simplify skincare, and it does it in a way that feels effortless and clean. Here's the problem. Have you ever looked at your bathroom counter and wondered, why does skincare feel so complicated? Many routines require multiple products to address concerns like fine lines, dryness, uneven skin tone, and dullness. Over time, those routines can become overwhelming. We want to bring your skincare back to simplicity. That's where VisoLux comes in. It's a clean Mediterranean-inspired facial serum designed to support multiple aspects of skin appearance in one beautifully balanced formula. VisoLux was designed to help support hydration, smoothness, brightness, and tone, all in one step. Simple skincare can still be incredibly effective. At Oliabo, everything begins with the olive.
Ashley told you her credentials. She's had her own company for 10, 12 years. She's known Gordon for 18 years, actually worked with Gordon for 18 years in the media side of Gordon's business. And her company, she used oleocanthal as the main ingredient and mangosteen pericarp for a facial product. She fabulously successful with it. They asked her to help. She's part of this company. She put the products together. And look, here's the testimony. She's 41. That's a picture taken with an iPhone at the window in her office. 41. Look at that. You show her and you show the women, you got a hotcake sell.
For centuries, olives have been associated with nourishment, vitality, and natural beauty. Compounds found in olives have been widely studied for their antioxidant activity. These compounds help support skin that look radiant, confident, and beautifully cared for. Mediterranean skincare traditions have always focused on simplicity and quality ingredients, rather than complicated routines. The emphasis has long been on nourishing oils and botanical compounds that support healthy-looking skin. That philosophy of balance and simplicity helped inspire the creation of VisoLux, a modern skincare formula built on ingredients that have been trusted for generations. VisoLux helps replenish the skin barrier while delivering olive-derived antioxidants and carefully selected botanicals. Together, these ingredients support smoother-looking skin, improve clarity, and a more radiant complexion. It also provides antioxidant support that helps protect skin from oxidative stress. This helps skin maintain the healthy, vibrant appearance we all love. Every ingredient in VisoLux was chosen with purpose. Our goal was simple: powerful ingredients, thoughtfully balanced.
For all you gals on the call, 93% of molecular damage, aging skin cells, it's neutralized. That means it's stopped with the olive. 100% plant-based, 80% olive-derived. The dermal epidermal junction is the big key to this. Ashley did a call with the corporate. You got it's in your back office, I think now. And it talks about how the squalane, see here the ingredients, the first one's squalane right there. That's because it's the greater content in this product. And squalane creates the collagen, your body makes it. That's what keeps your skin up tight, not dragging, not suffering gravity, not suffering old age, not wrinkling, the whole lot. And then all your other ingredients. Why am I kind of sticking to this product? I want you to think back in history. You know, they're a great company. Well, Nature's Sunshine. That was Gordon and Joe's dad's company way back. Still runs today. Top 20 in the world. Still vitamins. Here we are. Nutritional anti-aging health. Dr. Earl Mindell, you know him, my mate. He called me up in June. He knew I was getting involved with this. He wasn't part of it. He is now, but he wasn't. And he said, Mel, you got the #1 anti-aging food in the world. You have the #1 longevity plant on this planet. Don't screw this up. You're sitting on a gold mine. So this product, that's what all those companies that are still around today. Then you think about this product. Well, pain. You manage people's pain, tension, suffering. You've got a winner. And then now what we have here with VisoLux, New Skin was the original one. It's still going. Actually, New Skin's on the rise again. I was hit up on it by big Aussie guy. I'm not going to say his name. Big gig leader. He got given a position. New Skin's on the rise. I remember way back in the 80s with my dealership in Canada. I got front end loaded by this guy. He came to my house on a Monday night. 3,600 Canadian dollars later. Next morning at the sales meeting, I came in. All the salesmen are there, and I had the whole boardroom loaded up with, how many products do you get for 3,600? I had half a garage full. I said, go get them, take them home to your wives, right? I'm going to skip this one. So why we have cornered the market.
Okay,
that people want. And yeah, we got olive oil. We're not an olive oil company, but everybody kept asking the company after a few months. We've been open since November the 11th, 150, 160 days, brand spanking new. By the end of December, start of January, everyone was like, look, we did a deep dive in olive oil. Everything on the shelf, it's exactly what you said. It's got the word refined. It's 80% filled. It's not real. The high phenolic count is next to nothing. And you're paying really big money. So we got olive oil for your cooking and make you look like a great cook. You boys, you're on the call and you newer gals, you think, how do I tell this story? You notice a lot of the clips are all about, not sure why that one's out of order there. You notice all the clips are a lot about a customer, because that's what we are, customer-based company. So let's move on. Company ownership, very key. Could not get better. And go to the website, look at all the rest of them. Brent Baum, guy that started, one of the three that started DreamWorks, $400 billion company, still the owner of it. Here is our strategic officer, Kent Wood, one of the best financial officers. All the other people that we got, Curtis Fulmer, our president, the #1 affiliate marketer in the world. You're going to notice when you see the pay plan, we've got an affiliate marketing where we marry it with network marketing, and we look after the customers for you in your business. And then we have the lineup of products I just covered. It's a winning recipe. So you say, look, you're new, I want to get on board. You go to the website of the person who brought you to the call, oliabo.com / and then the name of that, the username of that person, right? oliabo.com / and their username. And you'll notice it's going to be a shopping experience. It's not network marketing. It doesn't feel like that, but we are. This is the family home. Some of you guys may know of this if you're in Zango. This is the family home in Treviso. This is in a lot of the clips you have in your back office and all the marketing clips we have and all the families inside. That's in that home. So you have a look, you go shop now, Adiamo, let's go. And what happens? It opens a shopping portal. That's it. There's no check out this pay plan, none of these clips, nothing about just here's a product. That's why you can just go to your friends and you can say, look, you're suffering. Is your health not so great? Yeah. And they complain. Good. What are you going to do about that? They go, I don't know. Well, I have a solution. And you give them a link. You can give them a link to the individual products, or you can give them this link. And they go there and they go, well, I want this Prima core product. I saw the link, the clips on all the testimonies. I really want that. You hit the plus sign right here. It's under subscription. You get yourself a significant discount. Look at that, $12 on 100. That's a significant discount for you marketers. I'll give you a tip. $110, 110 points. There's no skimming points with this company. $110, 110 points. Flex, yeah, I want to get some flex. So you hit the plus sign, get some flex there. Visa Lux for your significant other. My daughters are all over me. They want this, and they're only 9 and 12, But get your Visa Lux, comes in 4 small bottles. It's a month's supply, or however you're going to use it. The key is they want to keep the integrity and they don't want it all open to the oxygen all at one time. It's not on pre-order anymore. This bundle is a great bundle. You don't have to have it, but it's a great way to save money. 2 Visa Lux, 2 Prima, and 2 Flex. That saves you $40 US. This bundle here, that's what I order every month. I can't get the V. I think tomorrow, no, it'll be the next day. Visa Lux will be in the country I live. I'm in the South Pacific. But this one's a great one. You're pretty well getting the second Flex for free. Great value. You get 3 bottles of olive oil or single bottles of olive oil. For you Aussies, you know what's been going on. You order and it's showing up 5 to 8 days at your door. So there you go. There's our product. You click checkout and there's something happens. You're just filling in a shipping form. You notice that there's no membership. There's no enrollment fees. There's no web hosting fees. There's no starter kit. It's free. We're not like the other companies. So you fill in your shipping address, you put in your card information, you click confirm my purchase, and you're in a shopping portal. You're a customer. Now, every order and every customer you have, 25% is paid for the life of that customer to the sponsor. 25%. It's on product. Prima, $110, 110 points, $25 paid every single time. But they look and they go, what's this? Become a rep? I might be interested in that. I'd like to make some money. I'd like to cover the cost of my product. You should only pay for your product when you join. That's it. And every other month it should be free. Go out and just get a few people. You've covered your cost of your product. So you click that, and what happens? Your site just opens to a full portal. There's no fees, there's no nothing. And here you are, it's a snapshot, and you have all your links, QR codes for the people who like to use their phones, 5 views of your network. You notice you got a holding tank back there, 60 days to move people. Structure, we're an unlimited width uni level, but it's a 3-leg system minimum to get to the top of the pay plan. That's pretty simple, 3 legs. All your orders are instant. Steve, you noticed that. All the orders. Here's my buddy coming in late. I didn't see him. I'm going to tease him now. Yeah, you see, those guys in Perth, they don't know how to tell the time. Not sure how long he was in the waiting room. Anyway, here he is. So you see, you got all your resources, all those clips I was showing you, they're all in that back office. Your reports, they're instant. As a person purchases in your team, no matter who it is, instant in your back office. You notice you got a wallet. You have a look and you say, I wonder what that is. You get paid. So I'm not going to do what I normally do where I go through the pay plan. I'm going to have Gordon go through the pay plan. I'm just going to preface it with this. There are no hoops to jump through. $100, 100 points. $50 goes to run the company. $50 pays for all of Italy, products, the olive groves, the farming, processing it, shipping it to North America, getting it manufactured into the pill form, into the Flex and the Visa Lux form, paying for the office, paying for all the staff. $50. $50 to the field. 50-50. Not up to 50. $50. When we pay out full $50 every single time. So I'm going to let's get this thing up and running here. Here we go. Now, Gordon talks about his guitar. He likes his guitar, but what he's doing is he's setting you up. He built a guitar out of all the best pieces of guitars he liked, so he had a guitar that worked the way he wants. He took all the best parts of affiliate and network marketing, put it into a pay plan for one reason, so you can win. Because everything that's in this is just pure volume. There's titles, but there's no having to hit titles and have people hit titles. There's none of that. It's straight number of orders. That's it. Just straight orders, and the orders can go to infinity, and all that volume counts. Even though we're 8 levels deep, uni level, you can be 100 levels deep, and all that volume counts for your going through it. So pay attention as he goes through it, and pay attention to the end, sideways compression.
This is my Franken-Telly. I wanted a Fender Telecaster, and I wanted it configured the way I wanted it to perform the way I wanted it to, and it just didn't exist on the market, so I built one. This is a 20-year-old Fender Telecaster American-made neck that I bought from a musician who was selling the neck. The body is a Squire Telecaster in a candy apple red. I put locking tuning keys and custom pots. I flipped the pots upside down because Fender doesn't build it the way my brain likes it. And I added a Bigsby tailpiece to it. And for me, it's perfect. It's a great guitar. It works the way my brain likes it. And it is, I didn't build every part. I assembled it from the greatest hits of parts that I wanted for this. And it's the only one in the world. It's mine. The Premio Pay plan is very similar. I took some of the best features of compensation within affiliate and traditional direct selling and fused them together. And today we're going to walk through the benefits. I happen to think it's pretty special.
Okay, the Premio Pay plan by Oliabo. We give it a nice name to describe the unique set of variables that go into the creation of our comp plan. First and foremost, number one, sprint. The only thing you need to do to qualify for sprints is be in our system. Anybody you introduce to the product who makes a purchase, on their first purchase, you will make 25%. The second component of sprint, though, is that if you personally commit to 200 QV per month, you get an additional bonus of 10% on anyone on your second level of sales. Done. That's the end of the sprint section. Number two, baseline, which is our monthly commission checks. Now, the first kickoff for that is something we call a rep. You really need anywhere between 0 and 99 QV. You're instantly qualified for 5% on your front level. A Brava rep is somebody that a personal purchase that month. If you have a personal purchase of any qualifying volume product in Oliabo, you are eligible to receive 5% plus 5% on the second level of your organization. We like to say Oliabo is me plus 3. That's the little rhythmic device to encourage you to get 3 people like yourself interested in doing a business on their own. First level is something we call Kappa. Kappa is yourself plus 3 people like yourself that are interested in doing 100 qualifying volume per month. The other component is that somewhere in your organization you have 1,000 qualifying volume. That's it. That makes you eligible for 3 levels of commissions. Quinto, the next level, is yourself doing 100 QV per month. Somewhere in your organization, you have 5,000 group qualifying volume, and each one of the 3 people that you introduce to the company does 100 QV with 1,000 group qualifying volume. Done. The next.
So did you catch that? Kappa, 10 orders, 1,000 points, 1,000 Mal. I've never done 1,000 push-ups or anything. 1,000 points is 10 orders in your team. 3 and 3, that's 12 people. The next one is 50 orders in your team. It's just straight pure volume. And did you notice the third level is $10, $5, $5, $10. Third level doubles
level. Venti. Venti is where you're really starting to develop some leadership to your group. For the level of Venti, we're asking for 200 qualifying volume per month. That's the most we ever ask, by the way. You still have your 3 leaders that you're working with. Each one of them have 5,000 in group qualifying volume per month and a personal purchase of 100. We are now asking you to add an additional 100 QV customer in addition to that. So now we have 4 people. 1 is brand new. The top level in the Premio plan is Premio. We named the comp plan after it. Premio means you're maxing out your baseline commissions, what you can earn on your organization, making you eligible for 8 levels of volume. First and foremost, we're asking you to get 200 qualifying volume worth of product every month. Of your original 3, we request that you take 2 of them to 200 qualifying personal volume per month with 20,000 in group qualifying volume. The third one, we're still building 100 QV with 5,000 group qualifying per month. We now have a total of 5 personally sponsored customers in the system.
That top of the pay plan is 500 orders. And the bulk of the people in your team are ordering more than one product. So you're talking 250 orders, and you hit the top of the pay plan. Think about that.
With an organizational volume of 50,000 group qualifying volume. That's it. That quick capsule summary is what it takes to do Premio. Global bonus. 3, global bonus pool. You enter it by becoming a Premio. Those who maintain Premio for 3 months enter into the global bonus pool. What does that mean? Well, 5% of all global volume sales go into our global quarterly pool. The bigger your organization, the bigger your percentage of the pro rata pool. In an oversimplified example, let's create a scenario. Assume 4 people hit the rank of Premio in a given quarter. We would split the commission pool 4 ways. However, pro rata determines the amount that you would receive. If your qualified volume, for example, represented 50% of the pool, you would receive 50% of the money in the pool on that quarter. The other 3 qualifiers would receive their pro rata amount. So there you have it, the Premio pay plan. Sprints, baselines, quarterly bonus. When you get a job, you go to work for a company. When you join Oliabo, the company goes to work for you. We encourage you to work where you want, when you want, with whomever you want, and earn what you deserve.
The last feature we wanted to cover on this Premio Pay overview is something we call horizontal compression. It may be one of the most intelligent components ever introduced for independent business owners. Horizontal compression combines the ease and essentialism of influencer and affiliate programs with the strength and sophistication of traditional direct selling. This hallmark of the Premio Pay plan automatically helps you qualify for higher ranks by intelligently grouping your smaller teams and level 1 customers into a single combined team to maximize your potential and to help you achieve your highest possible rank qualification. That's it, plain and simple.
What he's mentioning there, 3 legs, but you might be 8 legs wide, 12 legs wide. You got a whole bunch of customers. You got some affiliate marketer that's got this huge, big front line, right? So what happens with, you have a holding tank, which you can move your people and all your teams like any other holding tank. But at the end of every month, the sprint, it's paid weekly, the baseline monthly. At the end of every month, the company looks at, the computer looks at it, and if say you got 8, 9 legs over here, and the people you have not moved in your holding tank, it'll take all that volume, leave the people where they are, but it'll put all that volume into one leg, and make that leg a qualifying leg if you're short on any of your other legs. Every other company, they'd say, too bad, Harry, you didn't qualify, you missed out, you get a lower level on your pay. Not here, they want you to win.
No actual placements are changed. Grouping is only used for rank qualification. And horizontal compression rewards building wide and enrolling direct customers, ensuring all of your efforts contribute to your rank qualifications. For everything you've seen in this overview, endless lines of code had to be created, and scenarios had to be experimented with. And our goal was to answer one question: what does the industry need today?
Just you, that's it. I'm going to stop sharing here. Actually, I'll even pause